Daz. Thought today I'd have a quick look at some stuff that I picked up from my local radio club on a junk sale night, and a couple of other things have been donated to the channel. I've found some EF50 valves. I understand these come from about, well they were designed around 1938-39, and they were used in the front end of vintage VHF 405 line televisions. I understand also that they played an important part during the war in radar development. So I think I've got about 4 of these. I've only got 3 here. Just wondered what to do with them. I might have a look at some practical electronics and see if there's any projects, perhaps build a radio or something with them. I also picked up some of these resistors. These are the type of resistors that we use to repair those big wire wound resistors. I guess these are values that would have gone on the taps when they'd gone open circuit on televisions. There's some quite low values here, 63 ohm I believe, and 30 ohms, and I guess because they've got a hole through, I found them they're useful if you're also if you're changing a selenium rectifier and you just need a bit of extra resistance or something when you're putting a silicon diode in. So they'll be useful. Also, I found a bag of mini cassettes. Now I thought they would be useful because I just happen to have a couple of mini cassette players that I perhaps want to look at in a later video. So I've got a couple of these Philips devices, so it's always useful to have the tapes. So hope to look at them in another video. I also noticed there was a Grundig one in here, and this is intriguing. It's a cassette with a tape counter built in. I've never seen one of those before. It's an interesting thing to see. I've never seen these little holders for them either. Very intriguing. I wonder if you could get something to put them in. Moving on, look at that. I found a Roberts power supply. It's sealed, but it seems to deliver about 10 volts. So that'll be useful for that Roberts radio, the RFM3 I worked on last time. I believe that had a socket, if I remember rightly. So that's useful. Another assorted pack of bits and bobs. Fuse holder with a neon in it, so I guess that gave indication if the fuse had blown, so that's an interesting thing. Ferrite rod. Power indicator, very useful for something valvey. Some chokes, high frequency chokes might be useful for something. This is interesting. I'm not sure what it is. I think it might be an early form of solar panel. It's very yellow in colour, and it's got 2 terminals on the back. And what's it marked? Megatron, England. No idea what that is. So I think that might be a solar panel, so we'll try that in a minute. The final bit was this. It's built into a wooden box. I think it's some sort of signal generator. There's a Velman board in there, and there's an op amp, and you can select between, is it an op amp or an IC or something? You can select between the output direct from this or through this, so perhaps it's an amplifier or something. So I just thought, well, that's a nice project box. Indeed, one of my fellow club members said, oh, you ought to have that, Darren, it looked interesting on your YouTube channel. So there we go. Something else that was donated to the channel. I believe it's a quad 405 amp, and I do have a pair, so maybe I'll do something with them at some point. So yeah, I remember Michael Beanie, I think, was working on a version of the 405 amp, a sort of modern version, but these look like the real things. They're called, they're marked as old type, so I don't know if there was another revision. So fellow amateur kindly gave me this as well. It's the looks like an almost complete high voltage power supply. So UK transformers, very nice. I believe it's a variable power supply. There's some sort of circuit here with it, so thank you very much for that. One of my fellow amateurs donated that to the channel. This also comes with the power supply, so a very nice book on substitutions, etc. And another item was donated, a mini clipper by Kodar, but Kodar Telecom, so quite a late unit, and I've got 3 coils to go with it. This will be subject of my next video, so I won't say too much about this one. Right, let's have a look. Oh, look at that. There is voltage indeed coming from it. Let's get it near to my... I've got some dodgy connections. So the Megatron actually does something. I wonder what it's made on, having that sort of yellowness to it. I've no idea, but yeah, there's voltage there. Is there any appreciable current? If we were to switch it to current range, I wonder. Let's have a go. Not a lot, 0.5 milliamp. Obviously this isn't real sunlight, but if these connections, oh, I saw a milliamp there, over a milliamp. If these connections will stay good. Yeah, not a lot, but perhaps somebody knows what this is. But I just think it's an early solar panel, but maybe it was designed to be used as a sensor. Just checking it is negative tip. I didn't put any protection in this radio, did I, when I did it up? Oh dear. Doesn't fit, does it? The hole isn't big enough, is it? Oh well. Well, I thought we would just fire this generator up. High. Oh, there we go. Got a frequency. 1.6 kilohertz, so not quite 1 kilohertz then. That's one position, and the other position is much lower. There we go. So interesting. Oh well, at least we know it works as the frequency generator. Well, there you go. Anyway, well, thanks to people who donated stuff to the channel, and I hope you found something interesting there to look at. I need to get on and do some more repairs or building, and get some more videos done. You know, if you're into radio but you're not a radio amateur yet, I always suggest that perhaps you make contact with your local club, because you know, a lot of interesting bits and bobs go on there, and even if you don't become a radio amateur, you can always make friends that are interested in similar sorts of things, mainly electronics today. So it's always a good way of making friends with fellow electronics enthusiasts. Anyway, I've rabbled on enough, and so thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.